This is 365801 and this is my book and manga haul for the month of October 2024. So as you can see, this is a very small stack, or it's a reasonable size stack. It's 7 volumes, which if you know, you know. I am trying to limit my manga purchasing or my BL purchasing down to 7 volumes a month, and I think this is the first month I've actually done it. Made it to just 7. Bang on. The reason is there's still something in the post that's yet to arrive, so it will come when it comes, and I don't really mind if it comes next month. I have not been actively doing a no buy month for October. I've just kind of ended up carrying on. I did say at the end of last month that I was like, I'll maybe try and carry on, and I wasn't making a huge effort not to purchase things, so I did end up seeing something, and then that kind of the floodgates open, and I purchased a few other things. So that's why I've got more than 2 pre-orders that I have. So yeah, I do have a mix of prose and manga here. You can probably tell which is which. And I do have some brand new things and some secondhand things as well. But yeah, only 7. Very happy about that. It's not been the best month, I have to say. But I've done really well on not spending my money on things. So I suppose that means it's a good month. So yeah, let's talk about what I got and show you some of the pros first, which is probably the more interesting, to be fair. Now, the light's not brilliant, it's quite dark. We're now definitely into winter, so hopefully you can see and it's not too bad. These are the 2 Danmei novels that I got from Rosemay, published through Rosemay, and I got them through Travelling Man in the UK. I pre-ordered them, which, if you know, I have not had the best luck with my pre-orders. In fact, I was very disappointed not to get quite a few pre-orders, because I don't pre-order a lot. I do tend to try and get things secondhand or for good bargains and things like that, and so sometimes pre-ordering doesn't always get you the best bargain. But when I'm particularly interested in a title, I will pre-order it, and so far I think Rosemay and Travelling Man are the only ones that have fulfilled any of my pre-orders. So very happy about this, that I got them, because I forgot that I'd ordered them, which is, I think, a nice thing about pre-ordering. And I will probably try and get as much of the Rosemay as possible. You do get the little extras. You don't really get a discount that way, so you may as well purchase them when they're at the pre-order stage so you can get the extras, because Travelling Man are just going to have the recommended retail price. And I think I can probably get a 10% discount on some things. So maybe I can get a 10% discount on next things to pre-order, which means I'm still in 2 minds. They are kind of pricey at $25.99 and you don't get a discount. So these were both $25.99, so £26 each, which seems kind of expensive, except you do get the extras. And I have heard a lot of chatter online with English-speaking Danmei fans that Rosemays are so expensive, but when you look at the quality of what you're getting, the beautiful artwork, it feels more of a quality and authentic product. You do get the extras if you pre-order, like I said, so paying that upfront for the pre-orders is probably a better deal than just getting them afterwards, if you do plan on getting them, and I do, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. But when you compare it to 7 Seas, yes, 7 Seas are a little bit more affordable or more accessible. They're easier to get hold of. But when they have their special editions, they are still recommended retail price around £25-26. So it's kind of the same if you were going to get them straight away. You will obviously be able to get some discounts, even if it's the bare minimum, like an Amazon 5% discount or something from getting it from there. But that is the recommended retail price. So I feel like with the cost of certain things, there's like Ennead, for example, the hardback covers, they're pretty pricey. And they're lovely, they're really great, but you don't get lots of little extras and things like that as well. And It is a webcomic, so there's a lot of colour, so it needs to be printed in good quality, that kind of thing. So yeah, you unfortunately, with the cost of living, you're getting what you're paying for, kind of thing. And when it comes to Rosemary, they only have the license for Singapore, so you need to factor in all the travelling, the shipping costs and packaging costs. And so for that, I feel like it's a really good deal for what I'm getting. Anyway, I'm happy with them. I'm happy with the quality. It just looks so good. And do I know anything about these? No. Am I still going to want to buy them? Yes. I'm feeling like I'm more gravitating towards wanting to read Danmei novels compared to traditional male romance now. I feel like I'm having a real lull, a dip, sort of reading slump in the male romance genre. Nothing's giving me that dopamine hit that I've been enjoying. I'm feeling really low about it. And I don't know if that's just me having a bit of a low moment or what's going on. I probably do more evaluation on myself and how the reading year's gone closer to December. So, but yeah, this is something I'm excited about, and it came, which is like no other retailer that I've pre-ordered from has been able to fulfill that. So I feel really happy about it. So yeah, if you know anything about your 2OP or Coins of Destiny, let me know if you've read them already. I'm really looking forward to reading all the Danmei that I'm collecting. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to have to step that up and make 2025 the Danmei year for me, because I have been enjoying. I just finished reading online because, of course, even though I've got a bookshelf full of books, what is it, Thrice Married to Salted Fish, which as soon as I'd finished, Seven Seas announced that that was one of the 12 licenses they got. And I really enjoyed that. That was a super cute and very emotional story. I cried quite a few times. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I feel like maybe that's where I need to put my reading and energy into. So yeah, happy about these. And yeah, it does remind me I should probably go and pre-order the next things that have been announced. Now on to some other things. Now I saw something on Amazon, which I'll put up next. But in doing so, I saw these two as well. Super Morning Star Volume 1 and Volume 3 by Kara Aomiya. I got from Amazon Marketplace, and they were in excellent condition. These are Kodansha Vertical, I think. I'm not entirely sure if they're just Kodansha comics or Vertical. But I have got Volume 2 and 4, and 4 was the final volume, so I now have the complete set, so I'm really happy. Yay! The full series. I managed to pick up Volume 1 for £5.76 and Volume 3 for £7.52, which I could probably have gotten Volume 3 probably a little bit cheaper eventually, brand new, but I feel like they're in pretty good condition for secondhand, and it means I can just sit and read this. I say that all the time and then I never actually sit down and read them, but I have read Super Morning Star Volume 1 as a NetGalley Kodansha read. So I know what the story is, I know what the art style is, I know that I enjoyed it. So I kind of want to have a fun 4-volume series, and I know that I'm going to enjoy completing it. So I'm very happy about these. I was very happy that they were in good condition because some of the other things I'm going to show you were not. So yeah, this is a good one for me, and I'm happy to add it to the collection. Now this was what started off my little book buying spree of, like, I don't know, half an hour or something. I was sitting there going, oh, I could add that, oh, I could add that. And that was our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide Volume 3 by Monet Sorai, and this is Tokyo Pop. I have already read this digitally. This is the one where they go to the UK and eat the haggis from Scotland that looks like a fancy haggis. I was just like, I feel like more people, I feel like I went on a bit of a rant about it. Some of the things were definitely rant worthy, but I also feel like I was maybe a little bit too harsh, because there's certainly places in Edinburgh where you can get haggis served the way that they got haggis served, or like a fancy shop, and it's catering to people who are not Scottish, which is very different from Scottish the way we would have it. But anyway, it is what it is. I enjoyed it, and I really enjoy the series, and I think they're on volume 5 now, and I think volume 4, I think volume 5 is out, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I have not picked up the other volumes. I only have volume 1 and 3 physical, and volumes 1 through 3 digital, so I would like to read it. I think this is a fine one that I can pick up as and when, because some Tokyopop, especially brand new, you don't usually get for £7 something. It's kind of, they're kind of pricey. I need to do more searching around different online shops and things. But yeah, happy to have this in the collection. As I said, I've already read it. I already know the story is. So it's more just for the collection than it is for my reading, which is two separate things. Anyway, I got this for £7.40, which I think is a pretty good deal for, like I said, Tokyopop titles from Amazon. If I can get them cheaper at other times, I will certainly try. But generally, even with a discount, they're around £9-10. So I think this is a good buy. Now on to the last two things that I picked up, and these are from the Sho Harusono kind of universe of Sasaki Miyano, Hirano and Kagura, and I picked up the prose, the novel version of the novelization, which says second years. So I don't know, is there a first year's one? Is there a second? Is this it? Is there more? I need to go on. I've said this so much. I need to go on the website and like check what is it that I have, what is it that I don't have, and where are my gaps, and get that organized. So the novelization one, I got this after I got Hirano and Kagura, and so I was actually pretty pleased with the quality because it wasn't as badly damaged, except you can see in the corner that the cover has been ripped off. There's a corner ripped, which is not something that I would usually tolerate in my collection. I'd be like, ugh, this is terrible, send it back. But I did only get this for £3.44, which is not great, but it's not terrible. And it is a novel, so it's not like it's gonna, I think I may as well just keep it and then have it in my collection, because £3.44 is not too bad. It's like the price of coffee. In fact, you could probably spend more on coffee than for this. And it's probably just going to sit in my collection on my shelf for ages until I finally get around to reading it, because it's a prose and I already know roughly the story anyway, so I kind of feel like I may as well keep it because the rest of it's in pretty good nick and it's an okay price. And if I want to eventually, if I find another copy of it for cheap, then I can always replace it then, so I may as well keep that one. Then we move on to the other one, which is Hirano and Kagura Volume 3. And I'm not going to keep this. I'm still in its plastic because I'm not taking it out of its plastic. I'm just going to contact them and ship it back. The back of it is very damaged, and there's a big kind of bend in the front cover. It's not in very good condition at all. The back is like ripped up. It's not very nice. And so I was thinking, like, oh, is this the one I spent £3 on? Maybe that's why I'm getting it and it's so bad, because I don't remember them saying that it was like an acceptable copy. I heard that it was like a good or very good, that kind of thing. And even if it was touted as acceptable, I personally don't think that's an acceptable condition to sell it in. I would say damaged. And you should probably say it also had this sort of wetness to it, like a moisture, and I was like, oh, does it get like damaged or something? I don't know, but it's not in great condition at all. And when I checked, like, how much did I actually spend on this, and it was £6.12, and so no, I'm sending it back. I will return this. So I did have to return Husky and White Cat Shizune volume before, and it wasn't too much of an issue. But yeah, this one I'm not inclined to keep. The Amazon warehouse can have it back. No, thank you. I don't want it in my collection if it's going to be that badly damaged. And it is quite badly damaged, so that was kind of a disappointment. Because when I got it, I thought, oh yay, I've got volume 3 now. I'll be up to date, because I don't think volume 4's out. I don't think, maybe? Or is volume 4 the pink one? Maybe volume 4's out. But I was thinking, like, oh great, I've got another one of this, and then realised, no I don't, I'm going to have to get rid of it. Which is another hassle that I just can't be bothered with. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. So technically I got 7 volumes this month, but I will be returning one of them. So, and I'll keep the other damaged one. But yeah, so it's kind of a bit sad. I do have one, like I said, on the way, and it is another Sasaki Miyano kind of thing, and I'm not really sure what it is. So we'll see if that arrives in the next few days. That might be the only thing I have in November, because I'm not planning on buying too much. And if I am, then maybe it's going to be Rosemary pre-orders. So yeah. So that is everything that I picked up for this month. So a really small little haul, and I'm really happy about it. I'm not too happy about how my month went. I just feel like I was super down and low energy and low motivation, and I felt like it went by really fast, and I was working a lot. I think that's what it was. I've had a lot of things like adulting things I've had to deal with, and I haven't dealt with, or I've half done and I need to go back to because I didn't have this, or they need to sort this out, you know, that kind of thing. It's just like, ugh, can something not just get done properly? So I'm getting frustrated about life as well. So I've not had the best emotional month, and I've not had the best reading month either. Although I did, like I said, finish Thrice Married to Salted Fish, which I really enjoyed. It was like the highlight of the month for sure. But I haven't really been enjoying too much other, and I've not been giving myself a lot of time to read all the manga that I've wanted to read, even though I was very optimistic about my TBR at the start. I've been trying, but I don't feel like I've been doing very well. And I've not been on social media a lot either. I feel like that's probably a good thing for my mental health, to just not, if I'm not feeling great. So yeah, it's not been the best month for me, but I feel like this is a good month for the shopping, because I reined it in, and the only time I did purchase something, there's been things I put in carts. I'm not gonna lie, I put a lot of stuff in my cart. Um, Especially secondhand things that I'm like, oh, that's a good deal, but I'm not 100% like, oh, I must have it now kind of feeling. So I just haven't purchased it. Then I've gone back and be like, oh, it's sold. Oh well, and there's no real regret there, which sometimes there would have been. So yeah, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm feeling very content with this small little amount. So yeah, if you've read any of these, let me know what you think. I'm very happy that I've got Super Morning Star now that can read the whole thing. Yeah, and what do you do when you get damaged stuff? How do you react? It's always a oh, or no, I'm sending that back. I really love watching people when they get stuff and it's damaged, because that's a real, true, authentic reaction. It's disappointment, and also, nah. From a collector's point of view, I'm not having that on my shelf. And I really enjoy watching real reactions like that from other collectors. So yeah. Anyway, I'd also like to know your thoughts on any of the Rosemary titles, or the ones that are just being released or like announced as pre-orders. So I think I've got a couple more things to order. I'd also like to know what you do if you're buying Via Lactea or Peach Flower House, that kind of thing. So yeah, I really need to get into the more Danmei side of things as well. Anyway, this is my month. It's nice and dinky. Hopefully this video isn't too long. Thanks so much for watching to the end. If you have, take care guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!